In my last video, I've teased my sympathy for the United States of America and especially their glorious military. But what makes it so outstanding? The massive amount of fundings the US military receives compared to the other things the US government could fund? No, obviously not. It's the cool stories US soldiers can tell about, all the fun activities they did, which other militaries won't dare to do. For example, waterboarding innocents for a pretty good wage, cool video games with real-life impact, and a cool destructible environment, which also includes hospitals. There's a reason Miyamoto stated that the US war crimes inspired Wii Sports Resort. We got waterboarding, flying attack planes over an innocent city, and slaying people of different cultures, which is probably disgusting forced diversity. But sadly, Wii Sports Resort did not include the best US military war crimes, so I will fix the next Wii Sports game by listing off my top 5. Number 5. We all wanted to be an agent when we grew up. All the amazing James Bond stories were really inspiring, but did you know that there was another very famous agent who was sent in to demonstrate how much more humane capitalism is compared to the commies? I'm talking about Agent Orange. He used very beautiful orange dye to cover his tracks, which had long-lasting impacts on the civilians. That's why Vietnamese-American singer Hayley Williams used to have orange hair, and it can still be seen on Vietnamese food. Speaking of food, there was this other crime that had something to do with acres. Number 4, the Lai Massacre. We all know about animal cruelty. To stop that, the US military initiated the Lai Massacres, a huge field run by animatronics to stop the exploitation of adorable animals. This massacre was also an inspiration for George Orwell's Animal Farm, which is a book about animals running a farm. And the creators of the Lai Massacre went on to create My Little Pet Shop, which had been harshly criticized for the lack of birds. Which leads us to number 3, Operation Condor. The media representation of birds was terrible back in the days, so the US military teamed up with the Beatles to lead to bird awareness, making the now famous song Blackbird. They even got Paul McCartney together with an animals rights activist. Isn't that adorable? Wanna know what else is adorable? Infant food fights. Number 2, the Banana Wars. This event described the biggest food fight in the entire history. The USA wanted to make up with the cruel things they did to the middle of America, so the Banana Wars took place in Nicaragua. This event was so fun, they made an entire movie about it, but they later changed the bananas to sausages to appeal to a US population audience. So now the movie is called Sausage Party. But that's not the only entertainment job the US military took part in. Number 1, the drone strikes. After Muse released their 6th album, The Second Law, fans were disappointed. But such a global treasure couldn't go down like that. So the US military helped the band, writing a new album called Drones, which was a strike. The album had a massive impact, Muse fans loved it, and the overall ratings were nearly 90%. And we all know at least one song of the album,